Okay, first of all, I need to reiterate that I think God of War Ragnarok is a decent game. It does a lot of things really well, but some things like the pacing and lack of improvements from the traversal to the puzzles meant that I didn't enjoy the game as much as the 2018 one. And there were three moments in particular that ruined my experience. I mean, the pacing overall was poor, but these three moments stood out. The first one was picking the fruits in Ironwood. This was used to introduce some lore and to maybe change the feel of the game for a while. But for me this didn't work because there were so many tedious things to do in the game already, such as the mediocre hand-holding puzzles, and at this point I was already sick of the Ironwood section.
Aha! Here's one. Let's grab it.
Who's it for?
Wolves gotta eat, don't they?
Never seen fruit like this before.
They're called green bulbs. My mother made me eat one every day. For strength.
And this bit went on and on and on and on. It was simply way too drawn out. The second one is once again part of the Ironwood segment. To be honest, the whole damn thing might as well be in this video, it was that bad. But when the girl walks away from her grandmother, it's supposed to be this emotional moment that we as the player are meant to sympathise with. And for me it didn't quite stick the landing because I just wanted the Ironwood segment to end after the first 5 minutes. And I had no personal connection to this character. We're all supposed to feel for her grandmother as well when she explained how different and kind she used to be. Like, we had no previous context of her grandmother as a character, and now after fighting her, we're supposed to feel a bit sorry for her. It felt a bit like a Disney Marvel film, and that's not a compliment these days.
You think you've done something here, granddaughter? You are nothing! And no one will ever remember you! Not even Loki! You'll just be a forgotten chapter in his story! He'll be too busy mourning his father! I see you again! You'll wish you died with your parents!
You sure it's alright to leave her here? What if she comes out looking for...
She used to leave me food.
What?
She'd say she didn't care about me, but sometimes I'd wake up and I'd see a loaf of bread sitting next to the fire. Just baked just the way she always used to. She's not a monster, you know? She's lost.
You wanna walk?
And the third moment that ruined the game for me was when Kratos had one of his flashbacks or dreams talking to Faye. I actually found these parts with Faye rather strange. Like, we didn't see her at all in the 2018 game, but suddenly here she is in the second game. These moments were used to evoke some sort of emotion, but a flashback towards the end of the first game would have had way more of an impact in my opinion. But my god, the bit that got me was rowing that boat. Why insert that piece of pointless gameplay into that moment? It's gameplay for the sake of gameplay, and it summed up the game for me.
Do you enjoy the gentle waves, little one? Your father and I traverse this river often. One day, you will learn to navigate its waters. We live deep in the wild woods. The most beautiful forest in all of Midgard. And it is safe and serene here. game is plentiful, and you will want for nothing. We're not far from the place your father and I first met. We nearly took each other's heads off. But he's softened since then. Somewhat. Unfortunately for you, he remains dreadfully stoic. I suppose it will fall to me to teach you language. Your father can teach you to hunt. Or perhaps that will fall to me as well, since all he seems to be good for is grunting.
Ragnarok did this sort of thing time and time again. I don't understand why games do this. Maybe for some sort of immersion, maybe, but is it really necessary? Think of God of War in 2018. That moment when he saw Athena on the way to collecting the blades was incredible. This moment and the game as a whole had nothing quite like that. It felt a bit watered down. And the 3 moments I've mentioned really hurt the game in my opinion, as did the overall pacing, the traversal and the hand-holding puzzles. Listen, if you think the game is a masterpiece, I'm not here to tell you otherwise. You can write in the comments how many awards it's won and all that kind of stuff, but damn, there are some flaws from start to finish in the game. And it's a real shame the Access media looked the other way. But anyway, thank you for watching, like and sub for more videos like this one, and I'll see you very soon.